we are, the spirit of watercolor. Hope you're doing well today. And yes, I took a beautiful nature walk, and wow, the blustering winds were out there. The leaves are starting to turn color, and I'm so excited because we're going to start to do this where we're learning about spattering paint and using it in our watercolors. So I'm going to do some spattering with some different brushes, okay? I have some large brushes to spatter with and smaller. So we will try some different spattering techniques. I'm going to do this in a simple way so you can get started practicing and gain some confidence and then explore your own brushes from there. So here's a large brush of which, you know, we can take those spattering motions, which are like this, you know, or tapping and getting, you know, these brushes to spatter the paint. Here's a smaller one. I want to use a number 6 round. That's my large Cheap Joe's brush. It's a wonderful 1-inch round with a point. And then I'm going to take and use a toothbrush. I have an old-fashioned flat kind of toothbrush, and we'll use that a little bit as well. And then you can explore these in your own way and try the brushes that you have. We're going to do that for this video, and then we'll take our example and our practice to an actual painting, which will be the next video. Okay, thanks for coming, and I'll see you right at the table. Okay, so now these are old sketches that I've done, and you know, some are demos I've done. 9 by 12 inch is as small as I want to get for spattering, because, you know, in a sketch here, because you see, these are all 9 by 12. Some of these were our demonstrations, right? But I don't want to get any smaller than that, because we're going to when you spatter, it kind of gets all over. And I'm just using a piece of old cardboard from shipping, because again, I'm going to spatter, so I really don't want to have too much happen there as far as what do I say? We don't want the mess to be terribly all over, so I'm covering even my table because I just don't want paint all over. I've got a small round brush here. I had a very large brush. Okay, if I really want to spatter a lot of color and hopefully larger spatters, and then I'm very curious what would happen if I tried to spatter a different kind of brush. This is, of course, our flat brush. I don't really know if it makes that much difference. I also, if I can find my toothbrush, that is one, oh, here it is, very old-fashioned flat toothbrush. You could get any kind of toothbrush, I think, and it would do the same. And you get that in, and you can hit it like this, and we'll spatter with that. We'll spatter with this. That's kind of one of the motions. I mean, you can flick with your finger, but you're going to get it on yourself. So I don't know if that's what we really want to do, but just kind of spattering like that as well, which is moving our hand. So we're going to try some of those, and I would like you to just practice with me and not worry about the outcome, okay? I'm just taking some pretty colors that I've got a lot of on my palette already. Don't have a lot of yellow there yet. Some beautiful colors that might be able to be used in a fall painting. This is a little too pink maybe, but I like that orangey, burnt orangey color there, which I believe is either quinacridone sienna, or, oh, and there's some up here. Ooh, that could be wetter. Quinacridone. I'm just going to spray those. Water spray bottles come in so handy. And then we've got to load our brush. I don't know if I got my brush wet enough for this. And you kind of have to play with this, okay, to kind of get the concentration you want for spattering. Again, there's also dripping and dropping like so, okay, which I don't think I'm wet enough for yet. And it's back and forth. We also have to have our, if we want to control that water, we always have our blotting thing that we made out of the TP roll and some paper towel wrapped around, which is so easy. And there's a video on that as much as everything else that I've done. Oops, what happened? Okay, now I'm going to start to see, okay, that's just drip, you know, just letting it drip. And then when you're tapping on it, we're spattering, okay? Isn't that great? Now, I don't have a plan because this is just to practice the spattering. But when we do, say, trees up here, we might want to put in some wet on wets, and then we'll spatter in some, you know, more detailed leaves like that, right? And then the other thing is that we want to do is maybe come in and make a horizon line and so forth in there, and then bring water into the, maybe into the scene if we wish, or just land, whatever you like. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of tempted to bring in some of that pink now. That was the big Cheap Joe's round brush of mine that's getting pretty ancient. Kind of like to get a new one, and it's only because the ferrule's kind of beat up. Okay, now we're gonna grab a smaller brush and see what happens. This is like a number, I think 6 or yeah, 6. I think it is pointed round. We're coming with the paints again here, but I don't know what kind of color I'm gonna get mixing that rose of ultramarine in there, but I want to see what happens. Oh, I think it is smaller. Let's get that color in there so we can kind of know which drips are which. Oops, put my scissors back. Okay, stay up there. Okay. So you're seeing the different size drips and spatters we're getting, aren't we? Yeah, these are smaller, okay? Okay, so there you go. That's really not so hard, is it? Okay, I want to try my toothbrush now. I want to try a different color with the toothbrush. So let's go over here, grab our normal palette. Maybe some gold, maybe some... Yeah, even in our fall, right now, there's still greens out there, so they're going to start to mix. You're going to get a little bit of this pretty green gold. Gosh, you know I love green gold, don't you? Okay, I'm going to just bring out some of that. And it's almost a yellow sometimes. It's a sort of a, I don't know, rusty yellow. Now I want to grab my brush, which is, since that's pretty wet, I'm not going to wet this. We're going to, well, I might have to wet it, because if you don't wet the brush at all, it just kind of sticks to the brush, I think. This might be the hardest one for me to do, because I've done this before, and I ended up getting my hands in it to get it to work, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, okay. Again, when I had this brush, I didn't just go like that. Like it can create a little different. Let's go back in the orange and see if I can get this one to, yeah, see, just by hitting the brush like that. Now this one might be a little harder to get. Where's my green again here? I have to, you do have to saturate your brush, is what I'm finding out. Okay. Now the other thing that you can do with this also is, you know, actually press it in. So let's just try something here. If I press this in, how does that look compared to hitting it? Okay. I'm not really getting much when I guess I need to really get that wetter. Well, right now I'm not too excited about this toothbrush thing. I can't remember why I was thinking that. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Okay, so this works as well. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Did you see that green all come up in there? Okay. I'm going to pull this up closer so you can see the green is the here we go. I'm going to get my light up here if I can. I don't know. I'm not sure how good I can get that light on there. Maybe. So, oops. So we can see that the green spatters are all kind of the same size. The tiny little rose of ultramarines are really tiny. The small round brush, that was number 6, I believe. Because I have an 8. Yeah, I think that's the 6. And then The big one was big spatters like that. Isn't this great? It works, guys. Okay, how can we apply these into our painting, right? That's what we're going to start to do. Okay, well, I'm going to this is just a piece of studio paper, very low quality paper, I think it was. And it's good for this kind of thing. So I never say don't get this paper, but I'm not sure this would make my most wonderful finished painting, although if you're just spattering, it does a good job. Okay. All right, we're going to take this whole idea. Hope I got close enough for you. It gets dark when I do that. Yeah. And we're going to take this and create a beautiful fall watercolor. I'm excited. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope that it gives you a little confidence to try this. And I hope that you will continue to go from these, demonstrations of a technique to the video where we're going to actually use this in a painting. You may find that you can use spattering for a lot more than you thought. Not just where you're spattering the paint, but what if you put some paint on and then spattered clear water? We're going to try that, and we're going to also do some other fun things. So stay tuned. Let's go to the next video. And if you like these videos, let me know. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the video about a fall, autumn, beautiful painting of colors using reds, yellows, oranges, golds, rusty, orangey browns, ochres. There's so many colors. So let's do it. Let's create a beautiful autumn to get us inspired, to get us to go outside and see the colors and photograph them, and so on and so on.